Welcome to the conversation. This is Mr. K.
Eric,
Yeah, today is the 8th of January 2022, and the time now is 6:18 a.m. Well, today is our reading session, and we are going to continue reading the book Eat to Beat Disease. Right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go.
angiogenesis stimulation. Until a few years ago,
Hello.
oh, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, it's too soft today.
Okay. Angiogenesis stimulating food. Until years ago, no one knew that food genesis and scientific evidence now would that diet can help. Here's a list of five angiogenic food.
Okay, so I think I continue first. If the second line is still uh, didn't improve, maybe we start the call again. Shall we?
Okay.
Okay, so we continue first. Grains and seeds. Barley is an ancient grain commonly used for making soups, stews, and beer. It is high in dietary fiber and has been shown to lower blood cholesterol. The bioactive in barley is beta-D-glucan, which activates angiogenesis and vessels in oxygen-starved organs. Researchers at the Institute of Life Science Scuola Superiore San Anna in Pisa, Italy, study barley's effect on vessels, cell structure, as well as in the heart of a heart attack. They developed a pasta enriched with barley beta-D-glucan and fed it to the mice. The mice that ate the beta-glucan from barley had double the survival after heart attack compared to those who did not consume it. The scientists found the barley beta-glucan increased angiogenesis. The new blood supply protected the heart and decreased caused by the heart attack. The researchers also found adding barley beta-glucan to the mice drinking water could similarly protect the heart from damage.
Seeds like flaxseed, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, and chia seeds are nutrient-dense snacks. They contain bioactives called lignans. One such lignan, Secure Solaris Racino glycoside (SDG), has been shown to stimulate angiogenesis in the heart after heart attack. Researchers from the Molecular Cardiology and Angiogenesis laboratories at the University of Connecticut Heart Center fed rats a high cholesterol diet in, and then induced an experimental heart attack. The rats were divided into two groups, and one was also fed a diet that contained SDG. After the heart attack, recovery and mortality of the animals was assessed. The animals fed the seeds bioactive had a twofold increase in angiogenic growth factors VEGF. Their hearts had 33% more new blood vessels, and their hearts pumped blood 22% more efficiently compared to mice who did not have the seed bioactive. The size of the tissues damaged by the heart attack was also 20% smaller in these animals. Seeds containing SPG have another benefit. They are high in dietary fiber, which can lower cholesterol as well as feed the gut microbiome. This adds other useful layers of benefit that can protect your heart and your health.
Yeah. Foods containing urs- ursolic acid. Ursolic acid is a powerful bioactive known as tri- triterpenoid that is found in ginseng, rosemary, peppermint, and in fruit skins, including apple peel. In the lab, ursolic acid stimulates beneficial angiogenesis and can grow new capillaries and enhance blood flow in mice with compromised leg circulation. Remarkably, it also inhibits harmful angiogenesis that feeds cancer. Thus, this bioactive is one of the unique factors that can work both sides of the angiogenesis equation at once, helping to ensure balance of this health defense system. A number of dried fruits such as sultana, raisins, cherries, cranberries, blueberries contain ursolic acid because they are dried with the fruit skin or peel intact.
Food rich in quercetin. Quercetin is a bioactive that stimulates angiogenesis in the face of oxygen deprivation of tissues, yet it does not provoke growth of cancers. In fact, quercetin inhibits inflammation and thermal angiogenesis in animals with lymphoma and breast cancer, thus also working both sides of the angiogenesis equation. This double-barreled approach can defend against cancer and heart disease. Foods that contain quercetin include carrots, onions, red leaf lettuce, hot green chili, egg, apples, cranberries, black plum, and apple.
Putting it all together, specific foods and beverages can activate your angiogenesis defense system and help maintain a healthy state of balance. Eating the right foods can beat back and prune away excessive blood vessels to thwart diseases like cancer and, and endometriosis, vision loss, arthritis, al- Alzheimer's disease, and even obesity. Because these conditions all involve abnormal blood vessels growing in your body. Foods and beverages containing a rich supply of natural angiogenic substances can boost your body's own natural defenses against pathological blood vessels growth and help keep these diseases from gaining a foothold. On the flip side, food and beverages with natural angiogenesis stimulating factors can aid your body's natural abilities to keep up a robust circulation where it's critical needed, such as your heart, brain, skin, nose, and even hair follicles. Healthy growth of blood vessels allows your organs to maintain their form and function.
The angiogenesis dietary approach is easy to adopt into everyday living. All you need to do is to know how your blood vessels influence your health, and then be able to identify foods and beverages and ingredients that can keep your healthy circulations flourishing and not growing out of control. The growing number of foods that are being discovered to help your body control angiogenesis means you have many choices to select from and match with your own personal dietary preferences. If you're a healthy-minded person who just wants to optimize their defenses, you can keep a supply of these fresh angiogenesis influencing foods at home. You can look for them at the market and on the menu when ordering at a restaurant. And importantly, if you are in the midst if you are in the midst of battling an angiogenesis dependent disease, know that your diet is one health intervention that you can prescribe pres- prescribe to yourself.
Yeah, the last line, the first word,
Prescribe.
prescribe. Yeah. Key foods affecting angiogenesis: anti-angiogenic, almonds, anchovies, apple cider, apple red delicious, Granny Smith, Brittany, apricots, Arctic, Arctic char, beer, big eye tuna, black bass, black beans, black raspberry, black tea, blackberries, blueberries, bluefin tuna, blowfish, bok choy, Ortega, broccoli, broccoli rape, camembert cheese, cashews, cauliflower, chamomile tea, caviar, cherries, cherry tomatoes, chestnuts, chicken, dark meat, cinnamon, tacos, cranberries, dark chocolate, Eastern oysters, Edam cheese, Emmental cheese, fish roll, salmon, Gouda cheese, green tea, gray mullet, hake, halibut, jamon iberico di Bellota, Jarlsberg cheese, jasmine tea, John Dory, kale, licorice root, lychee, macadamia nuts, mackerel, mango, vanilla, clang, Munster cheese, navy beans, nectarines, olive oil, oolong tea, oregano, Pacific oysters, peaches, pecans, pecans, pine, pine nuts, pistachios, plums, pomegranates, pampano, pros, prosciutto di Parma, Red-bow trout, raspberries, red mallet, red wine, red black skin tomatoes, red fish, romanesco, rosemary, salmon, San Marzano tomatoes, sardines, sea bream, sea cucumber, sea bass, sencha tea, soy, spiny lobsters, squid, squid ink, Stilton cheese, strawberries, swords fish, tangerine tomatoes, tea, Tieguanyin tea, tuna, turmeric, walnuts, yellowtail,
Angiogenesis stimulating. Apple peel, apples, barley, black plums, blueberries, dry, cables, cherries, chai seeds, chili peppers, cranberry, cranberry dry, black seed, ginseng, onions, peppermint, pumpkin seeds, red leaf lettuce, rosemary, sesame seed, salted raisins, sunflower seeds. Chapter 7: Regeneration Your Health. We all want to remain youthful and keep our vitalities as long as possible so we can truly enjoy everything life has to offer. Even if you are not interested in living until you are 100, you still always want a spring in your step and to be sharp of mind. Science is telling us that we can counteract the effects of aging through foods and stimulate our stem cells to act like they once did in our youth. Late or aging makes our stem cells wane in number and potency, and it slows down your body's ability to regenerate. Selecting the right foods can help you kick your stem cells into action and to help grow muscles, maintain vigor, and slow the rate of aging.
Yeah, the first line, the the sixth word from behind. Yeah, this one, how do you pronounce? By by vitality. Just now you pronounce vitality, is it?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, not
yeah,
okay.
vitality.
Not only do stem cells keep you youthful, they can also regenerate tissues damaged by aging. Recall a study from Hamburg, Germany, showing that patients who suffer heart attacks or strokes had poorer survival if they had low baseline levels of circulating stem cells. We know that a specific type of stem cell called the endothelial progenitor cell (EPC) support the creation of new angiogenic blood vessels, as we saw in the last chapter. But these stem cells also repair and regenerate damaged blood vessels caused by aging and high cholesterol, protecting cardiovascular health. Lifestyle changes such as quitting smoking, exercising, or taking medications such as statins recruit more EPCs into the bloodstream to enhance this effect. So can some foods and beverages.
The last line, the first word, and this is enhance, you pronounce enhance.
Oh, okay. Enhance, enhance.
Yeah, enhance. While it may seem counterintuitive that eating chocolates could lower the risk of having coronary artery disease, chocolate is a stem cell recruiting food. Okay. Cocoa powder contains bioactive core flavonoids. Epidemiologists have long established connections between the consumption of foods with, with flavonoids and lower incidence of deaths from cardiovascular disease.
At the University of California, San Francisco, researchers explore whether a chocolate drink made with cocoa, containing high levels of flavonoids, could influence stem cells and blood vessels health. They recruited 16 patients with known coronary artery disease and divided them into two groups. One group received hot cocoa with a low flavanol con- contained content content of only 9 milligram per serving. The other group was given hot cocoa with a high flavanol content of 375 milligrams per servings, 42 times more flavanol, made with a powder called Cocoa Pro. Both groups drank the hot chocolate twice a day for 30 days.
At the end of the studies, the researchers compared blood work from before and after the experiment. Amazingly, participants who drank the high flavonols hot cocoa had twice as many stem cells in their circulations compared to the people who drank the low flavonols cocoa. Researchers wanted to see if there was any improvement in blood flow from the cocoa. So, they used a test called flow mediated dilation, in which the blood pressure curve and an ultrasound scanner measure how quickly blood vessels dilate to restore blood flows after they are constricted. High dilation indicates less damage to the blood vessels walls and overall better health. The high flavanol cocoa group's results in this test were 2 times better than at the beginning, demonstrating a functional benefit of the cocoa to circulation. In fact, the beneficial effect of on stem cell level was reported by the researchers to be comparable to that seen from taking statins, common cholesterol lowering drugs also known to improve stem cell level.
Chocolate is just one of the foods that is being revealed to increase our body's regenerative regenerative power. The stem cells in bone marrow, skin, the heart, and other organs can be called into action by what and how we eat. Eating regenerative foods makes you more fit from the inside out and keeps rebuilding your organs so they are in their best possible shape. Foods that mobilize mobilize stem cells help counteract and prevent the organ damage and inevitably develops with aging. Stem cells can also help reverse the ravages of diabetes, cardiovascular disease, smoking, high cholesterol, and obesity. Imagine if patients recovering from heart attack or stroke, for example, could dine on a menu at the hospital or at home designed to activate stem cells to repair their hearts and brains and speed recovery. Imagine if they had started with a regenerative diet as children or young adults, they might have been able to dodge the disease altogether.
You will hear in the news how exciting feats of engineering are being accomplished to develop generative therapies using 3D printed organs or genetically engineered cells that can be injected or implanted. But here's what you need to know. Mother Nature has already beaten these efforts to the punch with foods and beverages that can mobilize our stem cells. There are also some foods and dietary patterns you should avoid or minimize, because they can actually harm your stem cell and weaken your regenerative defenses. Then there's a twist in the story. While most stem cells are helpful, some special types of stem cells are harmful and can form cancer. These are, these are cancer stem cells, and they need to be destroyed. Some foods can do that too.
Diseases of importance, conditions where increasing stem cells can help heal. There are many conditions for which your body could use a boost of stem cells to improve health. These includes any condition associated with aging, including Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease. Many cardiovascular diseases share as a common feature damage to the inner lining of blood vessels that are in need of repair and regeneration. In heart failure, the weakened heart tries to call in tries to call in stem cells to regenerate the heart muscle, but usually it is too late. In the brain, stem cells can regenerate brain cells after an ischemic stroke. They also help regenerate new blood vessels to restore blood flow in struggling brain tissue. When the muscles, tendons, and nerves of your legs start dying in peripheral arteries disease, the body's the body calls in stem cells to try to reverse the damage. Chronic wounds in the feet, ankles, and legs need stem cells to regenerate healthy tissue and close the, the injury in order to avoid infection and deadly gangrene.
Diabetes is a multi-headed dragon of a disease where metabolism is deranged and organs become damaged. The high levels of blood sugar seen in people with diabetes damage their stem cells and lower their numbers, reducing the body's ability to repair organs. This can lead to many of the destructive consequences of diabetes. Diabetic cardiomyopathy, heart failure, Di- diabetic neuropathies, kidney failure, diabetic, diabetic neuropathies, nerve death, diabetic foot ulcers, chronic wounds, diabetic retinopathy, vision loss. Speaking of eye disease, ophthalmologists shows the benefits of delivering stem cells in early clinical trials of regenerative therapies in age-related macular degeneration.
Osteoporo- Osteoporosis has been shown in lab research to improve after injecting bone building stem cells. Stem cells can regenerate skin after reconstructive and plastic surgery, following trauma, or after surgery for cancer. They can regenerate and rebuild cartilage in osteo, osteo, osteoarthritis. They also grow new nerves after spinal cord injury and peripheral nerve injury. Stem cells are being explored for glowing hair in alopecia and for restoring penile function in erectile dysfunction. There is even compelling evidence that stem cells can be useful for treating some forms of autism, Parkinson's disease, and acute brain injury.
Stem cell boosting foods. Avoid, avoid, a, a wide variety of foods, including cocoa, are being studied for their beneficial effects on our stem cells. By supporting the body's regenerative defense system, these foods can help influence everything from repairing damaged organs to counterbalancing the effects of eating too much fat. Fish oil. As we saw in Chapter 6, the omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids profiles found in fish benefits the heart and brain by reducing the damage caused by vascular inflammation and atherosclerosis. Some of the highest levels of marine omega-3 profiles are found in fish like hake, tuna, and amberjack, yellow tile, as well as shellfish like manila clam and cockle. A delicacy of Asia, the sea cucumber is also high in omega-3 profiles.
Scientists at the University of Mon- Montreal discovered that a diet rich in fish oil increases production of endothelial progenitor stem cells that can regenerate oxygen-deprived muscles. In the lab, they studied mice with ischemic limbs that are in danger of severe muscle damage from poor blood flow, similar to what happens in humans with severe peripheral artery disease. The mice were fed either a 20% fish oil diet, high omega-3 fatty acids, or a corn oil diet, more pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, for 21 days. The results shows that those fed with fish oil had 30% more endothelial progenitor cells produced in their body than those who were fed corn oil, resulting in a better circulation and less muscle damage in their legs.
Researchers also directly tested the two oils on isolated stem cells. They exposed some cells to the omega-3 rich fish oil and others to the corn oil, and then looked for the stem cell ability to migrate across the surface functions needed for regeneration. The stem cell exposed to fish oil could migrate 50% better than cells exposed to corn oil. This study suggests that consuming fish oil may help your stem cells improve circulatory function.
Squid ink. Squid ink, which actually usually comes from cuttlefish, contains bioactives that not only inhibit angiogenesis but also can protect stem cells. Scientists at Ocean University of China fed the ink to mice who suffer radiation injury to examine to examine to examine to examine its effects on bone marrow stem cells. The radiation caused suppressions of the bone marrow and damaged the stem cells contained within it. One group of mice received ink daily for a total of 40 days. The other group received only saline. The results shows that ink-fed mice had significantly protected stem cells in the bone marrow, so the mice were able to regenerate more blood cells, including immune cells, compared to those who did not have any ink. These studies shows squid ink has the ability to protect and increase the regenerative capacity of stem cells following radiation injury.
Whole wheat. Food made with whole grains is healthier because it includes the grain's outer shell, which contains fiber, as well as the inner core that contains bioactive polyphenol. Common wheat, triticums, festivums, is an ancient domesticated cereal crop dating back at least 12,000 years and is used for making bread and other baked goods. Epidemiological studies have shown that eating a whole grain diet is associated with reduced risk of many diseases, including cardiovascular disease and diabetes. Scientists at the universities of Pisa in Italy have found that whole wheat extract make endothelial progenitor cells live and function longer.
Green beans. A component of green beans, specifically the Lady Joy varietal vulgaris, varietal Phaseolus vulgaris, the common green bean, has been shown to protect endothelial progenitor cells against oxidative damage from free radicals and improve their survival. Green beans can be eaten fresh or dried, and there are many varieties that are grown and used in cooking. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
right. So how about I make a summary?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so for today's part, yeah, firstly talk about some angiogenesis stimulating foods, and then uh, we have the grains, and then the seeds. Yeah, and the grain here, what is mentioned is barley. Yeah, barley can help to uh, can help with our blood vessel cells growing, and then yeah, this is important because it can help with uh, some uh, cardiovascular disease, including heart attack. Yep, and then for seeds, yeah, I think for here many kind of seeds can be included. For example, sunflower seeds, uh, the pumpkin seeds or chia seeds. Yeah, for these seeds they have something called the SDG, and for this one it can also help uh, to increase our blood vessel cells in our heart. Yeah, and uh, yeah, this also help to lower down our cholesterol. Yeah, and then also is helpful for our microbiome in the gut. Yep, and then next one, you talk about the ursolic acids. Yeah, for this one, it is a powerful bioactive. Yeah, and it can be found in a few foods, and I think what is mentioned can be is here is fruit skins. Yeah, because this is not difficult to get it. Yeah, and for this one, it can help uh, to fix our angiogenesis system and kind of like make it balanced. Yep, and then yeah, the next one is about the uh, quercetin. Yeah, quercetin is also a kind of bioactive which can help to stimulate our angiogenesis. Yep, and then this also help to fix our angiogenesis system into the balanced state. Yep, and after that, yeah, there is a list of angiogenesis boosting foods. Yeah, I'm not going to read them out. Yeah, there are too many. And after that, we comes to um, yeah, we comes to the importance of stem cells. Yeah, for stem cells, it actually I think is repeated what we have read before, which is the part in stem cells, uh, which can help to repair and then regenerate many functions in our body. Yep, and then for here it also talk about one food, which is chocolate. And for this food, it is so-called the stem cells recruiting foods. Uh, yeah, for this one also, one research has been done here, which is the mice. They are fed with chocolate and found that actually just 30 days we can see the difference in their heart, which is sorry, with the we can see the difference in the number of stem cells in their blood circulation. Yep, and then also the author also say that chocolate is just one of the foods that can help our body to increase the stem cells, and there are many others. Yeah, and it also says that maybe in the current uh, medical system, yeah, let's say we go for a surgery, and then after that we need to rest. We take rest to recover, and maybe at that time we can use foods, yeah, as a way to help our recovery. Uh, Other than medication, I mean, medication is also needed, but at the same time we can also include it, the foods in in our treatment. Yep, and yeah, after that, there is a part talk about diabetes. Yeah, diabetes is a very horrible disease because it is a so-called multi-headed dragon of a disease. Yeah, once you get diabetes, it directly affects your stem cells, the number of stem cells, and also maybe your stem cells in your body, but it is inactive. That is not very healthy. So in that case, it also affects our body in other aspect. So we can see some other diseases come after diabetes, for example, kidney disease, vision loss. Yep, and after that, it talk about osteoporosis. Yeah, for this one, it is related to our bone. Yeah, and it found that stem cells can also related to osteoporosis. Yep, so it is important to keep our stem cells kind of like healthy and having enough number of stem cells in our body. And what to do for stem cells? And there are some foods, for example, fish oil, and then squid ink, and then whole wheat, and the last one is green beans. Yeah, this is for the part that we have read today.
Yeah. Before I uh, before I hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Before I start my summary, and I think okay, maybe start from next reading session. Um, about the ending, we don't summary. We don't summarize. Okay,
Mm,
we should change the words. Actually, yeah, actually, it's my fault. Yeah, because
okay.
I don't mean to summarize something. I mean actually share about your thoughts of share your thoughts about the reading session. Share about
Oh,
your thoughts, the knowledge you have read. Because try because you see, uh yeah, uh yeah, I don't believe after you read all these things and then you didn't make a note and then you can remember everything you summarized just now, then you yeah, and then you say out all of these things. Is it? Is it in your mind
no,
or is it in your note?
in my note. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
So without referring to your notes, what is the what is the most important point you make in last reading session in the quote unquote summary? Do you still remember?
mm, last reading session. Yeah, I don't have a clear memory. Maybe it is about some fruits, and then maybe the tea and coffee is it in last session?
Mm. Yeah. How about last?
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think I forgot it.
Yeah. Uh, I don't remember last reading session what I mentioned in the ending. But one of these I think is about I miss the reading session before last reading session. I remember it was about the chicken meat, the dark meat, the red meat of this thing. And yeah, I think the last reading sessions it may yeah because I forget the section. I forget the section part. I think it may regard it may regard a little bit about omega 3, omega 6 maybe, and also uh about the quantity, about the volume. Yeah, and I think I also mentioned about the fruits. Maybe it's something like the fruits to me is like the water plus sugar, something like that. And
Yeah.
we got so many foods and we don't need to focus on one of the foods.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Vitamin two.
Yeah. It's the vitamin K. Yeah, I remember already. Yeah, I recall the memory. Vitamin K, vitamin K1, K2. Yeah, vitamin K1 is come from plant-based foods. It come from plants. Vitamin K2 is come from the animal foods.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, we shouldn't do quote unquote the summary. We
Hmm.
what we need to do is share what we learned, what
Hmm.
we think. Yeah. So instead of doing the summary, by doing in by doing the sharing, which the information go through your mind, you process and output the information, the book you have read, the part you have read, and then this is kind of like can capture more of your memory and also can you can learn better, you can learn more.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah. Until now, I still don't believe that we can use our memory to capture all the information and keep in our brain. This
Hmm.
is not practical.
Yeah.
Mm. And even though you can do that, you need to review, you need to practice, uh you need to go back to read the same piece of information so that you can like maintain your memory, and otherwise you can't. And it's only just one book. Hmm? How about the Atomic Habit? How much information you have forgotten? Yeah. Do we need to review every book, that every reading session, every notes that we have written for each reading session every day or every week or every month? And how it motivate you to read new book?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think uh yeah, what we should do is the conscious learning. It's not like it's not conscious learning. It's like active learning. It's not passive learning. Yeah, we need to try to process and output the data, the information that we have learned, and not just record the notes on. Maybe you use your memory to remember everything, and then you say, yeah, but how about 3 days later, 1 week later? Do you still remember? We are normal people. I would say we are normal people. This kind of method not suitable for us, but may suitable for certain people. But it's not for me. I also believe it's not for you. Yeah. Okay. So about my part, there there's 3 point there's 2 point I found is very interesting. The first is the cocoa powder, and I believe the cocoa powder is uh is didn't contain the sugar. Yeah. So the cocoa powder includes something called the polyphenols. If I'm not wrong, it's something like called the polyphenol. And the study in this reading session is the researchers divided the people in the I forget it's students or people, the two group, and one group contain the cocoa drink with zero uh, polyphenols, and another group contain like 375 milligrams of polyphenol. And yeah, the stem cell boosting is kind of like 2 times better, 2 times better than those people who didn't have a chance to consume the polyphenol. Yeah. And yeah, first thing when I see this piece of information, I would think how many how much little you need to drink in order to consume 375 milligrams of polyphenol. And also it seems like some of the cocoa didn't contain it. So it should not just come from the cocoa naturally, inherently. It's something like you need to select a certain type of the cocoa or certain type of the beverages that contains, or may or sorry what I say you need to select a certain type of chocolate. Yeah, you need to select a certain type of chocolate so that it contains the polyphenol. And also for the research, I'm not sure what they actually drink for these two groups. For the for the group for the groups that drink the chocolates, are those chocolate include sugar? Are those chocolate include something uh maybe could be treated as unhealthy component, unhealthy thing that may have some harm to our body? And then you every day drink drink the chocolates, the chocolate drink, the cocoa. Yeah. And initially they don't drink those things. Just like if it contains sugar, okay, try to imagine every day you drink one Coke after 30 days. Yeah. And then you drink a soft drink. You drink a bottle of soft drink for 30 days.
Diabetes.
Yeah. And how will it affect your health? compared to the other groups that drink a quote-unquote healthy drink, healthy beverages. It could be green tea, it could be black black tea, it could be like the ginger tea, it could be anything, 铁观音, all this including the chocolate, including a cocoa drink. Yeah, I'm not sure how the studies was conducted. So first thing is, there are so many things that we don't know, even we have read the sentence, the research. If we really need to see how the research conducted, first we need to go to the reference and then try to find the research, and then we see. Yeah, so this is the first thing. The first point is, those people who didn't consume the polyphenol, polyphenols, and what they drink actually, what is the nutrition fact? Yeah. And the second is, how about the quantity? How about the volume? How much volume they drink? If the volume is big for both of them, if the volume is big, and I assume the volume should be the same, yeah, otherwise this is they will have a lot of bias. Yeah, so assume the volume is constant, is the same for two groups, and so that means first, for the group that consume the polyphenols, 375 milligrams. So how much volume, how much liter of the drink, of the cocoa drink, need to make up for that amount? 375 milligrams. Yeah. Is it 1 liter? Is it 2 liter? Is it 500? Is it 500 ml milliliter? And try to imagine the people who didn't consume the healthy things. They need to drink so much unhealthy things, and then they are full, so they can eat less healthy foods. Yeah. And for the group, they drink the healthy components, they drink the healthy things. Could you say that after they drink the healthy beverages, they become full, so they don't eat much unhealthy foods? Yeah. So it could be either way, or it could be the both way. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, in this
real
case,
cause and effect.
Yeah. So we really need to find the real cause and effect. Yeah. And second is it practical? Because we don't know what's the volume of the 375 milligrams being made up. If this is 2 liter, let's say if this is 2 liter, is it practical for you to do that? And is it just twice better? And also the third point is twice better. Why is twice better? From 0.2 increase to 0.4 is twice. From 0.0001 to 0.0002 is also twice. How it really affect our body? Yeah. So this is also another thing that we need to if you want to know more, you need to dig more. You need to dig into you need to like dig the information, mine the information, mine the data, and then you can really know the real cause and effect, and what's the implication, how much you need to do, how much you need to take, how much you need to consume, how much you need to drink every day, maybe each week, each month. Yeah. So without talking the volume, everything is just make less sense. Yeah, make very less sense.
Mm.
So this is the first thing. And then the second thing I want to mention, yeah, is about the fiber. Yeah, in this reading session, we also learned that, yeah, um, yeah, fiber is good for our body. Okay, in this reading session, and yeah, so people say that yeah, also we also learn from the many people. I think many people also know that we should like eat more of the like the whole grains, uh, the whole grains, because it contain the shell, contain the nuts,
Mm.
and it contain the fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I also believe that you mentioned uh something in previous reading session that some of the whole grains is actually not very good. Yeah, compared to the fine rice, compared to fine uh yeah yeah compared to the fine white rice.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So this thing. Uh yeah yeah. No comment. We also need to dig more information
Mm.
to find out what is the truth.
Yeah.
And yeah. So maybe you eat more the fiber and then you eat less of the unhealthy foods, because we know that if you eat like the brown rice, and you will be uh, you will be less hungrier, yeah, less hungrier compared to other people who ate the white rice, is it?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it also could be the reasons because you eat less unhealthy food, you eat less the processed processed meat. Yeah, you eat less of the maybe the oil. Yeah. Mm.
Mm.
So yeah, it could be many reasons.
Yeah,
Mm.
it can also be placebo effect because you are conscious about, you are aware of you're taking brown rice.
Yeah, because who are going to buy the brown rice? Do they really like the taste? Nobody like
No.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say nobody like it. This is so chewy and this is so uh how to say the cake maybe it's tart. Yeah, very hard to bite. You need to
Mm.
you your mouth will be very tired. Yeah, just three or four four spoons of the rice, and then you feel you are full, but actually it's not your full. Your mouth uh getting tired, so your brain signal you, yeah, you couldn't like exercise your mouth so uh so so
Intensive.
yeah, yeah, so intensive, so it let you think that you are full. It could be
Mm.
also the reason.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, for this brown rice, actually, I have something to share because currently in my house, I would say, firstly, my mom tried to add in some brown rice into the rice we cook every day. And firstly, it take like 20% to 80%, which is 80% white rice, normal rice, 20% brown rice. And after that, we are able to make it like 50-50. And until today, I think the proportion is like 70-30. So
Mm.
uh, 70% is brown rice. And not only that, we have got used to it, but I think also is the way that you cook it. You can try to find the best um, amount of water. I mean, you can try to put in more water so that the rice becomes softer. Yeah, but this is kind of like difficult to do that. Maybe you need a lot of trial and errors. And
Mm.
sometimes mother also cook the rice too hard, too dry. Yeah, but somehow we are you getting used to it.
Yeah. So is there any significant difference after you 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 eat the brown rice more proportionally?
I think yeah, the first maybe is the only difference that we can feel is two differences. First is the taste. Yeah, of course, this is when you eat it, you can feel it is not the white rice, it is tougher. Uh, uh, Even though you can put in more water to cook it, but you still can feel the difference. Second is like you said, you get full more easily.
Mm. Yeah. And
Mm.
how about the health benefits? Do you see
Health
any?
benefits, I actually
Yeah.
couldn't feel.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't feel it.
Check. Oh. And how about uh yeah, because many people talk about the fiber. Fiber is
Mhm.
good for the bowel movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe avoid or prevent the constipation. Do you find any improvement in your bowel movement?
Um, I am not sure because previously I also don't have this. I mean the bowel movement frequency is still the same. Yeah, it didn't change.
And how about your energy level? How about maybe your focus? Yeah, it could be anything. Mm.
Yeah, I really can't tell a difference. Maybe the process is too little. Maybe it improved. I don't feel it. Maybe it hasn't improved. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Mm. But the chocolate study say that you just drink after 30 days and you can feel the difference. And the
The
difference is significant.
But the difference is in the stem cells, right? It doesn't mean that the people can feel it, right?
Yeah, but stem cell can help your wounds heal better, heal faster, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Do you have any uh conscious about that? Do you get injured these uh the yeah do you get injured and you can compare. For example, you have a wound, you are bleeding, and how much time it takes to heal to heal the wounds. And also,
Yeah.
mm,
Mm.
yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead first.
I actually had one wound at my hand, but it take actually quite a long time. Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
I
How
wonder why long time.
what is the size? Means what is the size? If the size is big, yeah, it actually will take quite long.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
you need to find the similar size of the wounds uh before before you change the diet. You eat the brown rice, and it shouldn't be too long ago because we know that the main factors the main uh the main factors on det on deter on determining the stem cell level is actually your age. Aging is kind of like the the most uh what is it called
The
the
nature of it.
most the yeah the most harmful things, or maybe the aging is the main factor, the main factor that affect your stem cell level,
Mm. Yeah.
just
So
like
it
the
cannot
telomere. Yeah,
entirely, right?
just like the telomere, you can maintain it, but you couldn't extend it. It would just keep shortened. And if you are doing well, you can maintain, but
Yeah.
it couldn't extend. How about the stem cell level? It also could be the same. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then just now you talk about chocolate, chocolate drink, and also chocolate, the consumption of chocolate increase our stem cells level, right? And also in my mind, I also have one things which I am quite curious about. Uh, is is the effect of increasing stem cells sustainable? I mean, after 1 month you can find it double. So how about the 2 months? How about
Yeah.
1 year after? If you continue drinking chocolate drinks.
The is it the first thing is, do you think is it something like the endurance, which is okay, sorry, I mean the first thing is, okay, for example, now the first 30 days you can double, but how about the next 30 days? Could you still maintain the doubles, or actually it reduce, or actually it can increase?
Yeah, double again.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's double again, then I think it's worth trying.
Yeah. And
If it has a
and
limit, right?
yeah, and the best, I think this is kind of unlikely. In the best case, maybe it's maintained and it
Mm.
grows steadily. Yeah, because uh, maybe your body and your organ function become better and getting improved, so that it's more effective, more efficient using the stem cell. I'm not sure using the nutrition. So yeah, it can steadily grow, but it couldn't exponentially grow. Yeah.
Yep.
And but the first thing is about the okay. The first thing is about the sustainability. Yeah, or will it maintain? Yeah, because I think many of us have the feeling. For example, when we do something, when we do exercise, the first few days is the best. We have the best feeling, and then
Yep.
after that, we feel that it is less effective, or we couldn't feel that anymore. It also same as the sorry, as- it also could be applied on the meditation. It also could apply on the change of the change of your diet. Maybe the first few days, first week, you 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 ate the brown rice, you feel wow, this is refreshing.
Mm.
Yeah. But after sometimes you couldn't find any difference.
Mm.
So what is it? Maybe it's a placebo effect, or
Mm.
maybe it's about the sustainability.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, and then so about the chocolate. I think it's not long ago when I was watching TV, I found that in the TV channels, which is from Singapore, then an advertisement about the drinks, which is Milo. Yeah, it surprised me because I found that there is the triangle label on that product, yeah, on Milo. Uh, Actually, if you try to see and you found that not many foods can get the triangle label, which is means the healthier choice. And even though you try to search for some maybe milk, you sometimes you couldn't find it on that particular product. So I was wondering why Milo can be a healthier choice. So I
And
also noticed that Milo in Malaysia doesn't have the triangle labels.
and actually Milo is not healthy. It's not healthy drink.
Mm.
And if you try to search the YouTube, you try to search some research, you try to find Milo, or you try to find Nestle. Yeah, Nestle, which is the company produce the Milo. And then you try to find uh maybe you can find high sugar, we can find some harmful. Maybe you can try the some you try to use the negative term plus Milo.
Mm.
So for example, Milo uh bad for our body. Can try
Mm.
to search. And I think few years ago, I watched I watched a video that talk about the sugar level of the Milo.
Mm.
It's not much difference compared to the Coke, compared to the soft drink.
Mm.
The sugar level
Yeah.
is similar. It's almost the same. And for the Nestle product, like the Nescafe and also some white coffee. Yeah, also some chocolate drink. Yeah, it also contains a lot of sugar.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The first thing is yeah, maybe we need to verify. We also need to dig more into it. We
Mm.
also couldn't just believe the YouTuber. We cannot just believe one side. We need to like listen to the both side and then see. Yeah,
Yeah.
but one thing is if you can prove that the sugar level of the Milo is similar to a soft drink, and what is in the soft drink contain nothing except sugar and water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a Coke have a little, very little caffeine. Yeah, but nothing, but nothing more. And how about the 100 plus? Also something like that. A soda and just a soda water, uh, carbohydrate drink. So it make you it make it make you feel good when drinking a soda.
Mm.
But the soda is actually just pump in the carbon dioxide inside the water, and not much difference. And you also every day, every second, you breathe in the carbon dioxide. It didn't harm your body. It didn't hurt your body in a severely negative way. So maybe you can assume that the carbohydrate, the soda is don't have, or maybe there's no evidence to prove that. Maybe there's no evidence to show that a soda is bad for your health. So that's
Mm.
mean, how about the soft drink? The soft drink is just a little bit caffeine, not more than coffee, not more than tea. Yeah, and if caffeine is bad for our body, and then we will skip all the coffee, all the tea. So the little amount of the caffeine in the soft drink definitely will not harm our body. If it
Mm.
does, it actually it actually harm lesser than to our body if we drink the soft drink uh, instead of drinking the coffee and tea, right?
Mm. Yeah.
And so at the end, you found that this is just about the sugar. Yeah, water also no harm to your body. Yeah, so at the end, it's just about sugar. So if Milo contains same level of sugar, and is it really healthy? Yeah, is
Mm.
it really healthy? So that means you break down everything and then you see this you see like this perspective, and then you feel so curious about it.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I believe uh you can feel that Milo is very sweet, right? And contain a
Mm.
lot of sugar. And also if you look at the nutrition fact, yeah, it also contains a lot of sugar. Yeah,
Mm.
of course it contains cocoa, it contains some cocoa powder, it contains some uh some healthy foods. But if you add, but if you top up together with the unhealthy foods, will it still a healthy food, or become an unhealthy food?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think there is a lot of unknown for outsider, uh, because we are not the food, we're not in the food industry. And I once watched a video which the guy is actually working in the food industry and dealing with a lot of like the ingredient of the foods, and then
You will
so
not eat the food they produce.
uh, he know a lot, and he says that actually, even though we have the rules and regulation and some authorities, they are constantly uh, kind of like supervising them, but it is just a rule, and people are really clever or smart.
Mm.
They know uh, how to pass the test.
Mm.
So just like examination, yeah, one guy who can pass the exam doesn't mean that he really get the knowledge, right? He can
Yeah.
somehow pass, but the same thing apply to foods. Something that passed the test doesn't mean that it is healthy.
Yeah.
If they are high in sugar, they can use something else, maybe some artificial
Mm.
sugar,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
to get the flavor for you. So yeah, it is not a good thing to
Mm.
know.
Yeah. But thinking from the first perspective, all of this food is processed food.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this how I think. Yeah. All of this thing is a processed food. You need you need a big machine. You need a whole manufacturing and assembly line to produce it, to make the Milo powder, to package it, to do all these things. Yeah.
Mm.
How can you say this is not processed food?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm. Okay, so anything else want to add in?
No. Yeah.
Okay, so that's all for today's conversation. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake to be made, please also comment to let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.